Welcome back to the Liberal Lens. I'm Jay, and today let's talk about how we know MAGA is a cult. And I know a lot of people, when you say MAGA is a cult or they're cult members with a cult leader, they push back. And I get why, because nobody wants to feel like they're in a cult, right? They want to feel like it's just standing on their beliefs. But let's go through why MAGA is a cult and how we can prove it. Because for a cult, it's pattern of behavior that determines a cult. And we'll go through that. It's not necessarily beliefs, but the pattern of the behavior starts with, number one, absolute authority. The leader has absolute authority and has a tight inner circle and is treated like he's infallible. No matter what Trump does, they come up with excuses. The Epstein files, the being found guilty on 34 felonies, the Katie Johnson court documents, the Epstein estate emails, the birthday letter, no matter what it is, they come up with an excuse for Trump and why he is never wrong. He's sending his private police into states like Minnesota, wreaking havoc and chaos, but yet they keep telling you why it's not wrong. They've been murdering people. Renee Good, Alex Pitty. They have murdered these people. And again, MAGA keeps giving you excuses why Donald Trump is right. And no matter what, he cannot be wrong. And that tight inner circle we were talking about with Pam Bondi, Kash Patel, Stephen Miller, Steve Bannon, the list goes on. But you get where I'm going with this. Number two is thought control. Members are told not only what to do, but what to think. Trump gives them all of their talking points. He uses like Fox News. He goes out and he speaks. He uses True Social, and he puts out a narrative that he wants MAGA to follow, and they follow it verbatim. And for any MAGA watching, I know big words confuse you. That means word for word. But they will do and say whatever Trump tells them to. They don't need facts. They don't need scientific evidence. They don't need any of these things. Trump said it, so it has to be true. Number three, isolation from outsiders. MAGA have rallies. They wear hats. They buy the clothes. They only live in an echo chamber of Fox News and right-wing commentating. They don't want to hear anything that comes from anybody else. They don't want any facts. They don't want any statistics unless they came from Trump, which we've already seen those doctored numbers all over the place. So isolation, they only stick to their own. Exploitation. Money, labor, sex, Epstein files. Okay. And demands loyalty. Trump sold them Bibles, gold shoes, old ass iPhones as Trump phones. He sells merchandise. He does tours. He sells pardons for $1 million dinners. Money. Epstein files, sex, demands loyalty. Has anybody in public office in the United States ever demanded more loyalty than Trump? He loses his mind whenever he feels like anybody is disloyal, even in the slightest. Number five, fear, guilt, and shame. Fear of punishment. Fear of being exiled from MAGA if you don't believe everything Trump says. Fear of being attacked by MAGA if you don't go along with what exactly Trump says. They get shamed for asking any questions. We've seen Trump talk to reporters and how he goes unhinged anytime he's asked anything he doesn't like or doesn't want to answer. Number six, being treated poorly if you want to leave. MAGA will attack you online. Go look at social media. If you say, I voted for Trump, but I don't stand by this, this is not what I voted for, blah, 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 they attack you in droves. They come out of everywhere. And I know a lot of it are bots, but there is a lot of unhinged people. And for some reason, they all happen to be Trump supporters. And then 7, special secret truths. Things that Trump makes up and they believe. Things that Trump says that are lies that they believe. The pedo-in-chief who has said over 30,000 verified lies since he has been in office. Everything they say is special truths. Everything he says about the Epstein files that they eat up. Everything that he says about his sexual assaults. They even defend him when he, out of his own mouth, on Howard Stern, said he walked in on underage girls intentionally and can get away with it because he owns the pageant. This isn't somebody writing a story. This isn't somebody else saying he did it. This is out of his own mouth. And they still defend him. I don't think there's any question if MAGA is a cult. And I know people want to get upset when you say it. But like I've been saying from the beginning, Trump is literally using Hitler 101. This is the beginning of the Fourth Reich. I don't know how people can't see this. Did you guys not pay attention in 8th grade history class? They keep calling themselves nationalists, which is just their way of saying white nationalists. Have you seen them send ICE to any place that has white immigrants, white undocumented immigrants? Because there's a lot of undocumented Russians. We don't see that. Also, we know that Trump only attacks places where he's upset with the governor or whoever because they voted blue, or if it's Tim Walz. Otherwise, you'd see them in Texas. There is more undocumented immigrants in Texas than anywhere else. But Abbott bent over and forced through that redistricting to give them 5 congressional seats, which ended up backfiring. That's why ICE isn't there. Abbott was willing to give up the National Guard from Texas to go invade Minnesota. So this isn't really about undocumented immigrants. It's about getting out people of color and wreaking havoc on places Trump feels wronged him. And his cult members will do anything to defend him. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for all the support. Keep fighting that good fight. If you wouldn't mind, please go over to YouTube, hit that subscribe button. We are getting a lot of love and support on Facebook, and I appreciate you so much for it. But please go over and hit the subscribe on YouTube. I'm one video away from pissing Zuckerberg off and being gone from Meta. So if you need to still find the content, you can find it on YouTube. All right, guys, one world, one love, deuces.
Everything's polluted. The environment, the government, the schools, you name it.
This radio person is the whole problem. Are we going to allow this guy to be heard by anyone who can turn a dial?
You out there? You listening?